Good morning everyone and welcome to a new update of Crypto Michael. It's a new week, new opportunities, stay focused, work hard. That's at least what I'm going to do. So I hope you will be doing the same as with trading and investing and everything and every skill you want to develop. You can't do it without putting effort in. So you have to work really hard, efficiently to achieve what you want to achieve. And if you feel like, hey, he's doing really well with trading, well, I would like you to look back to the previous 3 years, and it has been a pretty heavy roller coaster which did not go well all the time. So don't take everything for granted. Work hard, just develop your own skill, and if it's your passion, then at some point the puzzle will start to fit, and then you can live the life you want to live. And I'm not there yet, I'm just on the ride. So today we're going to discuss some coins. Essentially we're going to discuss Stellar. I can also discuss some EOS and Altology, but I want to make a small update on BTC itself as well. If you like my content, please subscribe to the channel or like the video beneath, which is helping me a lot. The growth of the channel is insane recently. We're already at 11.7k subs, which is amazing, and we're not even doing very special content. So yeah, that's great. Thank you for that. Also check out my Instagram page, as I've started to post more content there. All right. So regarding Stellar, I think it's one of the most annoying coins recently, as the build-up is just relatively well, but we are not yet accelerating. But I do believe that we're getting to a phase where we're going to accelerate, and that's why I wanted to discuss this one first. I've erased all the TA on this one, as I just wanted to show the easy understanding of where we are right now with Stellar, and I think it's not that hard, to be honest. What we see essentially is that we have got a long accumulation range. We've got an accumulation range which is essentially, wait, I have to do it like this, which essentially took place for over a year, right? So we got into the accumulation range. We are still basically moving in it, which is longer than a year, which is essentially also the build-up of Zilliqa before Zilliqa started to move. And you should know that coins don't move the same at the same time. Some correlated coins do that, but if you see a build-up like Stellar and you see it on Zilliqa while Zilliqa is already way up, it seems very likely that you're going to see the exact same move or a similar move on XLM, as the TA right now is just identical. So what we see is we had a long accumulation range. We were running around the 100-day and 200-day MA. We essentially held the level, support, reclaim, broke out, which marks a new higher high for the first time since a long time. And a higher high is a definition of a potential new uptrend. So after a higher high, what do you want to see? And in this case, we saw a long accumulation range is that you grant support at the previous high or previous resistance, and that's based on candle closes. So you want to gain that level. You see that we've had a wick deeper down towards the 200-day MA, which is fine, as we closed above, which is a gain of level. Then essentially what you usually get is that you bounce back up, as there's a gap in between these two levels, and we rejected the previous support, which is lower time frame, come back down, test the OB and support level we see, confirm, and now we've got a double bottom structure, and we've got a higher low since here. So we've got a higher high and we've got a higher low, and now we are building up compression. We are also holding the 100-day and 200-day MA for support. So what are you going to look for after this move is that you start to make a new higher high, and there's different ways you can address this. You can basically do it through Fibonacci, which essentially brings you to the 1440 level, which is also a level I've marked previously. The next level was 1860, as you can see, which is also a level. Or you can indeed, what I'm just doing is check levels on the left of previous price action where it should be bouncing back from. So this is indeed the level. We've got one at 1600 and we've got this level around 1800 to 2000 sets. So you're going to look for the new higher high, and defining targets is through Fibonacci. What is the crucial level to hold right now? Essentially it's the 850 to 870 sets level, which is confluent with the 100-day and 200-day MA. So I think we're going to see some compression on Stellar, and then we're going to see continuation on it itself. XLM USDT is a little bit more ugly chart, but essentially it's holding the levels we had to hold. Broke out of the range, retested the range high for support, also tested the previous high for support, which is the 9.5 cents level, which confirmed for support, and now you don't want to see the price drop below 10 cents. So if you're looking for an entry, around 10 cents is where you should be aiming at, and continuation is likely towards the resistances, which is essentially the 14 cent zone, and then next after that we're going to look at 16 cents. So it's still following the plan, and I think if it starts to run up like a bull market stuff, I think 20 cents is even a likely target to achieve, essentially given the strength of, for instance, VeChain and Cardano recently. Then we've got ontology, which we want to address, which is basically building up in a similar way. I'll just erase the TA here as well. Drop a little bit further down the road, but reclaiming right now. We've got a new higher high since March of this year. Essentially we are currently facing resistance on ontology, where it's coming quite likely that we drop back down. The area to hold is the area around 619 sets. If we do hold here, we make a new higher low, which we've just discussed on Stellar, and then the next breakout would most likely bring us towards the range high, which you can see is defined at 1060 sets. That's the next target zone, and after that you can see that we are looking at 1400 sets. So ontology is heating up itself. I think the images itself are also doing relatively fine. Clear levels of resistance on ontology can be structured through levels, which essentially is where we are currently heading towards. I do not expect us to break through this resistance zone in one go. It's a little bit confluent with, for instance, I guess I'm doing it wrong. This is the resistance zone. Essentially it's similar to what Stellar has been doing. So if you look back to Stellar, you can see that this structure is identical, in which a breakdown on ontology or a retrace on Bitcoin could break ontology back down towards the levels here, through which you don't really want to lose the 70 cents level. But if we test the resistance zone, can't really break through it and consolidate, the next breaker should most likely bring us towards $1.66, essentially given the accumulation of volume here as well. EOS then made a nice breaker, couldn't break through the resistance, still following the plan we have been panning out, as we saw that we broke through the 100-day MA, rallied towards the 200-day MA, rejected there, which Ripple also has been doing. If we do get back down towards the 2700 sets or 2900 sets level, I'm more than happy to buy this coin, as I'm suspecting that this higher high since here marks a new higher low here, through which you can see a new breaker towards 4100 sets likely to occur afterwards. So is it an entry right now? No, it's not. Is it a short? Depending on what time frame you are trading, but I would not be looking for shorts in this market environment at this point. EOS BTC or EOS USDT, similar figure. It seems very likely that we're going to make a retracement very soon, in which you want to get an entry around 330. If we do hold here and we don't drop below $3, I think it's very likely that we're going to see continuation, and then the first target zone I got is $5.40. Then finally a slight update on BTC. We can see that we've hit the target zone, which we marked previously, and currently we're just consolidating. Target was the 12k zone, which essentially we held or we targeted and we broke down. Support level essentially held support, so we are stuck in this range. It seems not unlikely that we're going to have a fake out above 12k, as currently The liquidity looks to be in this area. So if we get a move like this and break down, it seems likely that we're getting a further downwards correction. Essentially, the level to hold on Bitcoin right now is 11.6 to 11.8. If we do lose that level, I think the whole first level I'm going to look for longs in the area between 11.1 to 11.4, and then you want to see what 11.6.5 to 11.7 is going to do. Right now, I think the market is still in altcoins perspective until Bitcoin starts to accelerate, and I think this can go on for like maybe even weeks or months, depending on whether Bitcoin breaks up or not. But we're going to discuss that tonight in the live stream. So thank you for watching. I'll be back tonight with a new live stream. Check out my page, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, and stay tuned for further updates.